holy
We
smokes.
have a camera
Oh, we have a camera. I could get another tripod and like set up phones and stuff.
for like an A shot, B shot, C shot.
Yeah, another angle.
Yeah.
My phone is tweaking.
Tweaking.
It's been tweaking. The battery's down to like 80%, which you would think is like, oh, 80%, right? But
You mean like 80% of like its
life,
new
yeah,
capacity?
yeah,
I see.
according to the settings thing. And that has caused it to need to be charged every like 2.5 hours if I'm using it. It's like I can't really use it. Like it sits plugged in the entire way to Grand Rapids and the entire way back, and then it's like nearly dead by the time I get home. And sometimes I just let it sit almost dead, and I just play the game of is my alarm gonna go off because it'll just die overnight at like 15%.
You don't charge it at night.
Generally, because of the drive in and out, that's like 2.5 hours, and it's a fast charger.
Well, yeah, but if you charge it at night, you'll never be wondering if your alarm's
Yeah,
gonna go off or not.
live.
Live
You know.
dangerously. He doesn't write the rules. He just breaks them.
I just break them. This is true. So, yeah,
I'm a big charge a phone in the morning.
yeah. I
And
want to get a
just
wireless
set
charger and just set it on my
on your-
bedside
Well, how often do you spend at your desk at Tecton?
all the time.
So plug it into your computer or any
Yeah.
outlet.
I have to spend
Or-
money on it.
On a charge cord.
Yeah,
Dude, you're right. The charge cord prices these days
I know.
artificially inflated.
Sitting here with $1,000 of the podcast
Yeah, I
gear
can't buy
on
it.
top of the $6
Oh, you're
grand
a
I just called
lightning.
out.
You have a lightning.
Yeah.
Connector, don't you?
Well, it's a 13 and it's 3 or 4 years old. I think I went to college with it, which would make it 4 or 5 years old. So it's probably time for an upgrade. But the thing
Just
is,
trade in.
I don't want to spend another $500 or $1,000 on
Trade
the
in.
new one.
You won't have to. I mean, you'll need the super ultimate turbo supercharged ultra plan, but
Yeah.
I mean, you won't be. It'll be free.
Yeah, I've been editing with CapCut on my
Uh-huh.
phone, which has been super slick. And I think that, like, I see the need. When the 13 came out, I was like, this is the greatest resolution I've ever seen. It's so good. And then now, like, I see it is, like, grainy and, like, it struggles to get high resolution.
You mean the camera? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's, I think, a lighting problem because these shop lights are so
Well, yeah,
harsh.
they don't. The
They're
size
so
of the
harsh.
sensor in the phones,
Yeah.
especially in the 13 Pro, was
Yeah.
not big enough to take in low light like that.
Right.
I have the 17 Pro for trade in, and I don't use it for any kind of content
Yeah.
creation, so I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, these lights, people who walk in are like, these lights are so good. They suck bad because they're so harsh and so pointed
They're
that the
not soft at
camera,
all.
like glares hard. So I end up with those two other little battery lights pointing at everything.
Right.
And then, I'm over here like blinded, and it's
It's
just
good
kind
with
of
a hat
annoying.
on,
Yeah.
but I mean they're not softened at all.
Right.
So you get the little dots
Yeah.
damaging your.
Hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
Today, somebody at work taught me about nightlight mode on your computer.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Cuts
is that a
off the
Windows
blue
11?
light. Cuts out the blue light.
Oh, like your phone does that.
Yeah.
You can
So
set
you
your
can
phone.
do it on your Windows PC.
Really?
And so by the beginning of the day, I was like 15% a nightlight, and I was like, this is so yellow. 20 minutes later, I'm like, this is too white. Kept turning it. By the end of the day, I was like 75% nightlight.
Can you set it to scale throughout the day?
Maybe. I just
'Cause
didn't mess
I
with
know
it.
with
But
iPhones you can.
yeah,
Mine at like 10 p.m. It rolls. It rolls.
I've been
up.
spending more time than ever at my computer doing work. And
At Tecton.
yeah, like almost exclusively right now because of the nature of some of the projects I'm working on. And so I've been getting really bad headaches on the front side of my head, like really bad. And I was talking about it in a meeting day. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but like my head is pounding. And one of the guys was like, you're working at your computer a lot lately. I was like, yeah. He's like, blue light. And I was like, oh,
They make
interesting.
glasses. I don't know how effective
Yeah.
they are. They also look stupid.
Feel like a
most of the
nerd.
time.
Yeah.
You look like a nerd.
Yeah.
I've
Well, and
never
then
seen
he
you wear
asked if
glasses.
I was having to squint to look at my screen, and I'm like, not really. Like, I've noticed since working there and working on the computer all the time, my close vision has gotten worse. Like, it's noticeably worse, and I don't like that. But I'm like, I'm not like laboring to see things. I just like scroll up slightly, and just
never even needed glasses.
yeah.
Fair.
So I've never had to have them.
One day,
Yeah, my dad is saying that.
you I mean, you probably will. I mean, my birthday being last week, everyone's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Well, I'm turning 22," and they're like, "Just wait, your back's gonna hurt, your balls are
Yeah.
gonna hurt, your eyes are gonna hurt."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh man, your vision gets worse when you get older."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "My vision already sucks."
Yeah.
And then you got those
My
old
back
guys
already
with the
hurts.
can't see their
I
phone.
didn't understand that because like I used to make fun of my father-in-law for taking his phone. He's like, and I'm like,
You hand
loser.
my
And
mom
now I do
something and
that.
She does that.
I do that because I had a sliver in my finger I couldn't see, and I'm right here, and I went, it's right there. I was
Yeah.
like, holy crap! Like it's smaller, but it's clear.
Right.
And I was like, oh no! Like
You're like, I have to bring it away.
I'm eating half
to
a bag
see
of
it.
carrots every day. I thought they were supposed to be good for your eyes. Like apparently not. Whatever. Some bull crap. It's the pesticides.
Yeah.
Grandpa Bloat would say it's the population control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Population
like the
control.
airbags in the
Right.
cars.
Shrapnel. in the
Population
airbags.
control. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's not quite it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takata, the airbag manufacturer,
Yeah.
they'd known the billions of dollars it was going to cost them. I promise you they wouldn't have tried anything.
This is true. I think I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna rebrand the Big Blocks and Channel Locks YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and put this as the podcast channel.
That never really gained significant traction.
I think I only posted 2 videos,
Yeah,
and the first one did 10,000 views.
it did.
Yeah,
What was that on?
it was the tow truck. It was like the worst video I've ever made. The
Yeah.
footage was bad. We didn't have great equipment. We were just trying to do things. Absolutely broke.
Right.
Yeah, had nothing. So we were just like,
Pretty easily be converted.
yeah. Yeah, and I think I might just scrap that footage too. I don't know. Part of me wants to go post it on the TB's Garage channel just to keep it somewhere. But then the other part of me is like, is it worth it? Like I'm trying to build that channel.
You can keep that video unlisted.
Yeah,
after
at
you
the
rebrand
podcast
it.
channel.
Yeah, so like no one will see it, but
Or maybe I just leave it listed.
yeah, you could.
Why? I mean, I'm not losing anything.
Yeah, it's not like at 50 subscribers anyone's gonna go in there and be like, this guy doesn't have any brand
Right.
continuity.
Well, I wonder, should I leave it Big Blocks and Channel Locks and just make that the podcast name?
That's a good question. What else? What else would you name it?
Or-
if you had any ideas.
Well, so I've been toying with moving TB's Garage over to 2 wrenches so that it's just
Right.
all encompassing.
Right.
Whether, regardless of what happens here, like with us, with the shop, with performance stuff, like it could just be the 2 wrenches channel, and that could just be an all encompassing blanket for automotive content that I make. Or, leave it TB's Garage, start something different, just abandon it. Because the consistent content about the same topic is what the algorithm needs to see so that it knows who to recommend your video to. If every other video is for a different user group, right, then it's like, well, the algorithm's sitting there saying, well, who do I even show this to?
Right.
Like, so I've been thinking about what, like, a strategy actually makes sense to actually help my case and maybe actually turn something that can help fund some of these things, both to make people happy and to be able to afford to do them. That's kind of what we talked about in business the other day. If you were going to do this,
Right.
it has to be for a bigger purpose than
Right.
just money. Well, the channel has to be the same thing. Like if Cletus started out just to make money, he would have fallen off when he had 100,000 haters in the comments every video. You suck. You're an idiot. Why would you put that many turbo whistles in a Corvette exhaust? You're retarded. Like, he would have just quit because he's like, it's not worth it. But he enjoyed the process of making the videos, and he enjoyed making.
Right. It wasn't
people's day.
about the fame.
Right. And so, the fame has come, and that's awesome. At the same time, it would suck to, like, he legitimately has a car that I've talked to. Well, we've talked to a couple people at the Burnout contest that know him personally, and it's like, oh yeah, he's got a car that nobody knows exists. It's tinted out all the way around, so that way he can just drive somewhere. Like, imagine trying to just drive, like, I'm sure at that scale he's probably not going to O'Reilly's every day. But like, imagine
Just trying to go to the store.
conveniently trying to go somewhere and like you just can't even get through town
You
without
can't even
stopping at a
drive your car.
stop. Like,
Forget about getting out and going to do
Yeah.
something. You can't even get into town.
yeah, somebody at a stoplight is like, oh,
Yeah.
hi," and then they're like flooring their car and being stupid and putting you at risk.
Flooring their 99 Civic.
Yeah, they're Altima.
Yeah,
They're whipping it up in
with
traffic.
the cherry bomb.
Yeah. Or 90s Dodge. Or the diesel guys rolling coal on you for no reason.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's
Thanks.
really exciting.
Loved
I
it.
got
I'm in
kids
my
with me.
$200,000, car. Thank you. I love soot on my car. I mean, that's something that I've kind of like. I think it's a cool display of power when something actually makes a lot of power, but like, I don't think it's cool just in a piece of junk truck. I don't find it cool.
But yeah, I mean,
You can pull that, by the way. It's really tight on your XLR.
This? Oh,
yeah.
see that.
You pull it up. It'll help it move too. Yeah. There you go. I don't think it's cool. Like I used to be like, oh, rolling coal is cool, right? Like early 2008 when like deletes became a big thing. It's like I'm like 7 years old, like rolling coal on Prius. I thought it was like funny. And now I'm just like, this is actually a horrible look for the diesel community.
Right.
Like matured past that and realized that's super destructive. Not for the earth, for the community. I don't.
Yeah, you don't care. It's
Really
diesel
high in-
soot
Yes.
falls to the ground.
Yeah.
It does not pollute the atmosphere.
No.
So
Yep. And there's a lot bigger issues than diesel
Yeah,
trucks
no
in the
kidding.
U.S.
Taylor Swift's project.
Yeah, what is it, like
What does
3
that
flights
burn?
a day
Kinda
or something
fuel does that burn?
stupid? Yeah. Anyways, this will get us put into a sector in YouTube of unpushed podcasts immediately. I
Enough of
don't
that.
care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Not doing it for that.
It's true.
So what's the order of the grandparents? Do I get a couple aunts and uncles and people in here first and make it, or do I push on the Grandpa Burke thing with a sense of urgency because he could die tomorrow?
I would say definitely Grandpa Burke, considering his situation.
Yeah.
Because you and Grandpa Burke could just sit down.
Yeah.
And that
We do.
yeah.
At family get-togethers, we sit there
Right.
for 3 or 4 hours, and
Yeah.
I hear stories that I've never heard before every
Yeah.
time. And it's been that way for like 8 or 10 years.
I think that knowing that you'd have to go in with a little bit of a plan to
Yeah.
keep him like you don't
Questions
you
and
want to hear
timelines.
stories you've heard before because they're not for
They're
you.
not documented. Yeah.
Right. So but
I,
you also want to get into as much as you possibly can.
Yeah. I told him to expect at least 10 hours total, maybe 13 or 15 total. And I want to start from the beginning. Where were you born? How did that? Because he's got a crazy birth story. Like, he doesn't have a social security number.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think they got him one now, but it's still a problem because he was born in a shed in Wisconsin. And the only person that witnessed it was his aunt, who is dead. And when she was alive, she put something on record about it. But then they messed up his birth date when he was enlisted or drafted somehow. And so then his like driver's license is not properly tied to like his social security number. So like identifying him is a kind of a mess because he is like this weird thing that doesn't exist everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on uniform. It's not. He doesn't cohesively exist the same. Like my
Right.
social security number, my driver's license is the same everywhere. His is different, and so the VA sees him differently than just like the police.
He's a
and
different person.
it's a whole
yeah.
thing, yeah, and it's created a pile of problems.
No kidding.
So, and that's a whole other conversation in and of itself too, because he was served in the military. So shouldn't his military ID stuff count? Whether, regardless of where he was as a
And,
child, he was drafted and
Right.
did multiple years in Vietnam.
Right.
Like, shouldn't that just kind of, I think that should kind of overwrite kind of the mistakes that his parents made on getting him established. Like, if you serve for 3 years, you come back as a Purple Heart, legitimately paralyzed from the waist down, and then you were,
He's paralyzed from the waist down.
he's got a whole story on that.
See, I don't know.
Maybe
any of this
neck
stuff.
down? I don't know. He was blown
He's
up.
walking now.
He was blown up. He has to take, I believe he still has to take muscle relaxers every single day. Like, it's a whole
Just to
thing.
stop
Yeah, oh,
from-
yeah. He's got some pretty significant damage in his spine. He was, the story as I recall it is something about, like, he was on top of a military personnel carrier. I don't remember the acronym for it, but it's like a Kodiak truck that's got a whole bed in the back, basically, and a V-hull or whatever. And there's like a turret of some kind on top. I don't understand. Some bad guy, whatever, threw a bomb up there, a grenade of some kind. It blew him back, and he hit like the shield right on his low spine, and it broke his spine. And then he was paralyzed, of course, had shrapnel in his legs. And then he did whatever to. You had the choice to like somehow inform or not inform your family. But if you didn't inform your family, somehow like records legitimately just didn't get recorded. Like there wasn't record of his injury, so getting his Purple Heart was a struggle. And then it just everything was such a mess. And yeah, he's got a lot of stories about the culture and the place, and he's obviously skewed by, his young adulthood being, I don't know, I think he was born in the 30s or 40s, so he's 78 or 80. No, he's 82 or 83 now.
Yeah,
So he was born in
been born
40s.
in the 40s.
Yeah, early 40s. So he grew up in wildly racist south side of Chicago. He was a repo driver for a long time, so whose
See a
cars
lot of colorful
oh
people.
man, like
Say that.
yeah, colorful in many ways.
Colorful.
Yeah,
Colorful people.
Yeah, he saw some crazy things, and that has created a unique character, to say the least. So I want to record that. But
Yeah, and is he in the hospital still?
I don't know.
You
I
don't know?
never know.
Yeah,
Like I don't actually find out.
I feel
like,
it. My dad received a job offer from St. Jude in Chattanooga,
Nice.
and I didn't hear about it until at church. One of the guys that I know there that knows my dad, he walked up to me and said, "Hey, congratulations to your dad." And I was like, "Okay, yeah. What?" I had no idea. I had no idea what he was talking about.
Right.
And he said, "Your dad, he got a job offer." And I was like, "He did?" He said, "Yeah." So I walk up to my dad. I was like, "Hey, so you got good news?" He's like, "What?" "Oh yeah, I didn't tell you." I was like,
that.
"Yep,
Yeah.
no, you did not."
Yeah.
But
It's a remote job.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, they're based in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Nice.
He'll be remote online. He said he'll probably have to go down there like 2 or 3 times a year.
Nice.
He hasn't accepted it yet because he has really good. He's having a really good back and forth with another company called something.
Mm-hmm.
They're much smaller, more local, more. He said they don't even have a job description for his skills, but they
Interesting.
want his skills.
Interesting.
So they're trying to create a job for him to fill.
Yeah.
And he wants to see what he can do with an offer from them because he's interested in making a larger impact in a smaller company.
Right.
So
Both are well paying, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
right.
Yeah. That's interesting. It's a little trippy because I could pick up my sound
From
through that
over there,
headphone.
Yeah.
My left ear is like tweaking.
Down.
Yeah, I'm like, that's got to stop.
Right.
How long have we been going?
No idea.
I got to get back to the recording. Oh, only 27 minutes. Since I hit record, it's probably been 20 minutes sitting down. The heated floor is nice. My feet are
My
not
feet are
frozen.
not cold.
But it's not warm in here because we opened the doors up.
Yeah. Takes a while to.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Because I don't have it up very far.
Right. It's not boiling like it was the other day. 'Cause
Yeah.
You'll go through another.
Yeah,
friggin'
4
crate
days
of
in a
wood.
box. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to pull the burnout truck in and measure the front brakes. I have parts in the cart for that. So I had an epiphany the
It's
other day.
one of two.
It's either a 12.5 or a 13.5 inch rotor. And after what I just went through with my mother-in-law's, I'm not about to guess that it's the 13.5 just because it was the diesel.
Fair enough.
I'm like, yeah, tape measure.
I want to know.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
know. Of course, I'm buying them as absolutely cheap as possible, and I'm not getting rotors because we don't need fancy high-speed rotors.
You
It's going
rotors
to be
that stop the front at slow speed.
in a burnout
In a
pad.
burnout,
Yeah. I mean, the highest speed we'd probably see is 40 or 50 on the tip-in, and that's
Yeah, that's-
screaming.
Right, right.
And then we're like
When you're
stopping
in
it.
the burnout,
Yeah.
you're creeping
Yeah.
rolling a little bit, you might hit
Yeah.
5 mile an hour.
I found some of the Aussie YouTube channels because Cletus was just calling out all the Aussies, and for the late mullets that just happened.
Because that's where burnout culture kind of started.
Summer
for
gnats
it
and everything
being like
is, yeah.
competition based in
Yeah.
Australia, right?
Yeah, and those guys are rowdy, and like it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
But one of them went into some pretty great detail on his LS that he's got in his little truck, and I realized very quickly that I didn't need some of the things I thought I needed, and how much I don't want to run that small block, and how much I absolutely don't want to run the big block.
Uh-huh.
Like I want to find an LS
Right.
platform because it can rev high.
Rev
So you
piss
gotta,
out of it.
yeah. So a Gen 4 LS, he's revving it to like 6,500 RPMs. He's got cam, valve springs, and then of course intake, headers, and whatnot. And then he's revving to 6,500.
Stock bottom end.
Stock bottom end, everything. Stop valves,
They-
stock heads.
They were built for way more than the
Thing
old
is taking a
small blocks.
beating.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
It's Austin.
Austin,
Not what
I-
he expected to see when
not
he
what
walked
he
in here.
thought. Austin, you thought you were gonna see like we're
Oh,
working.
We have a car. See?
We have a car.
See, I took the beauty cover off. So
Yeah.
hard work. You
Sighting
bought-
in your gun
is
in
that
the dark?
laminated? I said we have flashlights.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy man over
I
here.
want to shoot it too. That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Which your canic? Yeah. Do you want our help, or are you gonna be? I can send you with the lights, or we can come out there.
I want to go shoot it.
Oh, I see.
I did tell him
I
to come
see.
here because I want to go shoot it.
Fine. We'll pause this. I want to talk about the burnout truck, but
Yeah.
we'll be back. That video right there, I was like, okay, hang on. Like, I'm looking at small block, need rods and pistons, balance the lower end, different cylinder heads, do all this crap. I'm like, I can buy an LS and a whole standalone computer system. Oh, why wouldn't I? Like, big block power on small block weight right off the bat. All the aftermarket support. I'm like, I can stick that 400 in that big block in something else.
Right.
You know, maybe I get rid of the 6.2 in my wife's Suburban, put the big block in it, do a mild
Yeah.
build. Sure, whatever, it's a big block in the Suburban. They came like that, yeah, but like it's better than the 6.2 diesel, so make it a better daily driver for her.
Right.
And
She
then,
like that it's a diesel.
yeah, she doesn't like that's non-turbo. She wants turbo diesel.
Yeah. You put LB7, LBZ in it.
Yeah, dude, I've been seeing them though. Trucks for like $3,000, 250,000 mile
Yeah.
LBZ.
You're like,
I'll do that. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that. There's the whole swap, the engine, computer, everything.
it's all
Like the axles, pull everything over. In fact, it might just be easier to body swap the
body
truck
swap it.
at that point. I would do that in a heartbeat. Like, but I just have to commit to doing it. And right
Right.
now, I'm more interested in burnout truck.
Burnouts, yeah.
So that's why I don't want to do that at this moment.
Right.
But yeah, Gen 4 LS, ideally.
You're thinking in the square body Chevy?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm thinking cut the front springs, drop the rear end to the ground. I want it to have that kind of tooted stance high in the front.
Yeah. Squatted.
Yeah. But when it's on the ground, it's different than when it's
Yeah.
like Carolina. I
Yeah.
like it in the rear end. You know,
Yeah.
it's a little different vibe. So, and then I really want to do, I want to figure out if I can do like 4 fender exits, 2 front, 2 back, and tie 2 opposing cylinders together and get decent flow out of it. Because I've never seen an exhaust like that. But I think it'd be fairly simple as far as piping. Instead of having to merge
Said-
4 together.
You said, how do you want to do it?
Yeah. 2 cylinders go out the front of the fender,
Uh-huh.
2 cylinders go out the back of the fender. You know how you've seen fender exits like down?
Yeah.
I want them to go up and then point in all ways.
Okay, I see.
So
I
that
got it
way
in my
the
head now.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da is
It's
going to
just
be like
popping everywhere.
everywhere. It's not just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that was a turbo too.
Mhm.
That was a turbo car.
Turbo car, yeah.
So
Which I would love to do.
yeah,
Absolutely love to do. If you're spinning a 5-liter at 6,500 RPM, might be able to, you know. I would never do that because those would never spool. And then that's
Yeah.
really bad.
right.
He didn't talk about what turbos and stuff he was using, like what sizing he was using in his video.
Probably fairly large.
Yeah, or it could have been a blower car. Could have been like a Pro Charger,
On that,
and that would explain why. Well, no, because that gates and stuff.
yeah, you saw the
The
waste
gates blowing
flicking
off.
open.
Yeah. But I like the Pro Charger. It doesn't muffle the exhaust at all.
Yeah,
Still gives you
but
that
there's
boost.
a really specific sound that turbo. Well, I guess it depends on how hot you're running, like
Yeah.
how much power you're. Because like some of those turbo cars we saw at Clearson Cars last year, they just don't have the presence.
Yeah, because
But
it
that one with
muffles
the
it.
pa, 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 pa.
Yeah, the bangs were the only thing about
Right.
that was cool.
Right. If it was just engine sound,
Yeah,
it would have just been
Right.
like, wow.
And that's why I
instead of
kind of
having
like that Pro Charger.
Right.
Like, you still get all the exhaust. You still get the whistle. It's not quite the same, but it does the same effect.
They're lower maintenance than a regular intake style supercharger.
Well, and they don't get as hot because they're not
Right.
sitting in the exhaust. So it wouldn't be like a maintenance item.
Right.
You know, I imagine on that, you're losing a turbo every burnout because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
cooking the thing.
Yeah, boil it.
Yeah. Melting the exhaust.
Yeah.
I just lost the term for the exhaust wheel. But yeah,
Turbo.
turbine. Yeah, like the exhaust turbine. You're just melting that thing.
Yeah.
And
I
then that's
mean,
just cost.
The whole exhaust side of the turbo
Right.
was like
Glowing red.
glowing red.
Yeah.
Hot.
And plus all that heat wrapped up in the front of the motor, I'd like to get that out if possible.
Mhm.
Also for serviceability wise.
Right.
Like, I think a Pro Charge would be a better move. I'd like to start NA with just some water meth and nitrous.
Mhm.
It's a lot simpler. It's more expensive to go to the track with a bottle of nitrous.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jack Stan's been doing that for 3 or 4 years. Granted, their budget's huge, but
Yeah.
nonetheless,
how long?
show
2
up,
minutes, right?
spray and run. Like,
So that's what you're there for.
yeah, that motor held together for like 3 years, I think, to the point where the plugs were welded to the cylinder head. That's why they finally had to rebuild the thing.
Right.
If we can just not abuse it and neglect it that bad,
That far.
you know,
I'm not gonna put another motor in.
probably put anti-seize on the spark plugs. Your favorite stuff.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love anti-seize.
you know, to try to avoid losing cylinder heads.
I guess there's
Purpose-
a cause.
Purpose
There's a
driven.
reason for it.
Right. And then he's running a TH400 stock with a converter
That guy was.
and a valve body. Yeah. Yeah. The stock converters
one
and
of those
clutches
sitting
and
over
stuff,
on the-
the stock clutches and converters and everything, they work good. If you
Yeah.
pull the accumulators out of them, so they're on
They
high
hit hard.
pressure, the amount of grip that they actually have isn't that crazy. I mean, it's a lot, all things considered, but it's not like you need a built trans yesterday.
Right.
But the converter helps soften all the shock and stuff.
It's the only thing softening stuff.
Right.
Pull the accumulators out of it. It's just gonna
Yeah.
into every gear.
Full. Yeah, I want to say like 3,000 stall
It's gonna
converter.
click into gear and go. Dum.
Yeah, but if you've got a
really hard.
3,000 stall converter,
You're right. I
it's
mean,
not going to
that's
smack you.
and that's what it's not for drivability anyway.
Yeah.
It's
If
the
you're
point.
throttling and shifting, yeah, it's going to smoke you.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. So yeah, that's the new vision there. I'm gonna try to see if we can talk to somebody at Holly or Aces or whatever to at least work with us to put it online and maybe get a discount if we're really awesome. That would be super sweet.
Yeah.
Sponsored would just be incredible, but like I'm not trying to ask for too much here and burn bridges.
Right.
You know, I'd prefer to build a longer relationship and actually work with a company and actually fall in love with a product. And then in a couple of years, be able to be like, yeah, I actually really like this stuff, and you
Right.
should buy this.
Have a
because I
reason
believe
to actually
Yeah.
endorse a product.
Right.
Not just for the money.
Hey, they gave it to me. You know.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool, but
When is Berlin?
August 13th and 14th, I think.
What's
Cletus and
that?
Cars is May. Cletus and Cars Indy is May.
Is Indy is May.
Yeah, so
Are
we're
you
at
shooting for Cletus
November.
Cars Indy or are you shooting for Berlin?
We're in November, right? So
Yeah, it's November.
December, January, February, March, April, May. So we got 6 months to make something happen
For Indy.
for Indy.
But they're doing the burnout contest.
Full show in
It's
Berlin.
the same thing in Berlin.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'd like to have something together for Indy.
Do both.
Yeah, and if it's like not the craziest thing ever at Indy, but we show up, we compete, we go through the
Put our,
motions, figure
put our
out what
faces and
tools,
names out there.
figure out what tools we need,
Right.
like
Get
figure
it,
out what
dip
we,
your toe in.
you know, like talking to Casey,
Right.
he's like, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have that, because
Uh-huh.
when I'm on the road, and I need this and that. It's like we don't have any of that experience. So like I know I'm gonna want an aluminum jack because I don't want to tote around the 85-pound 3-ton.
Yeah.
You know, okay, cool. Like we've already got trailers and stuff, but like what are we actually gonna need?
Tools.
Got to
Considering
hook
the
up
tool
on that.
situation, how to get them there, what to bring.
Right. I'm trying to get Blaine to bring the tool truck. Like I'm trying to make that
Yeah.
actually happen.
Yeah.
I've been making fun of him really bad, calling him a poser, because last year he dropped the ball hard and was like, "Dude, I'll go," and I offered him into the pits and
Yeah.
everything with us for free, and then he just didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year I've been like, "You're a poser," like, and kind of busting his balls about it. I'm hoping that he'll come with this time, and
Does
I
he use
really
the
want to
tool
see
on the
him.
truck?
He's got a new truck.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Sweet. How many
It's-
trucks are running routes right now?
Currently 2.
2 in GR?
There was, I think there was 3. One of the guys left and is now a dealer for another tool brand, which is a whole interesting thing.
See,
I don't know all the implications of it. I was not involved. I just realized that his truck wasn't around anymore, like months
Right.
after he left, and I was like, "Hey, where did he go?" Oh, he left. So, anyways, there's no bad blood there to my knowledge. I also don't work in that department, so I can't really comment
No.
on it.
who knows?
Yeah, but nonetheless, his company will never have a tool truck in the pits at an event like this because they'll only show up the top fuel stuff.
Oh.
You know, yeah, yeah, yep. Anyways, I'm trying to get him down there. I'd love to have like the truck, the burnout truck, and the tool truck,
Right.
like, boom, all with the company name. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That would be so
Tecton
sick.
sponsored.
Yeah, that would be
Have-
so sweet.
Have you and Blaine there as,
Right.
I mean, you're there for other reasons. but
Representation.
Blaine that's his job.
He
is
could
to represent.
literally sell off the truck.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
could sell because they don't have to.
And-
They can make sales and they can just submit the orders and then they
Right.
can fulfill them and ship them to the person's house. Like he wouldn't have to sell tools off the truck itself. That would be.
But he can
pretty
make
sweet.
sales.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to sell it off.
yeah,
the
and
truck.
and even if he doesn't sell stuff, he could just like put the word out there. Those are all like tool using people. Like
Right.
most of those people have project cars
And looking for
looking for stuff
that
all the
type of
time.
thing
A
all the time.
Boxo's there with all their tools
Right,
on
right.
display,
yeah
and they're big into like the foam and everything.
the pre-cut
Yeah.
everything being perfect. Yeah.
I can't tell if Boxo's significantly bigger or smaller than us or where they're at. Like I don't have any gauge for how big that
I
company
couldn't
is.
tell you either. I know I've only ever seen them at Cletus and Cars.
Right.
Like that's where I heard about them.
Yeah,
And
online
other than
stuff.
that, like I see Tecton on socials and stuff
Right.
way more often than
And that might just be because
because
you follow them.
yeah,
There's a
like the
connection.
algorithm, they know that
Yeah.
that's kind of the stuff I'll buy. So
Right.
there's that, but
I wouldn't have any issue. I'd love to know the differences between the Boxo stuff because, like, obviously I have a pile of detection stuff.
are
but
they
like
just toolboxes?
boxes, and they do like full foam tools
Cutouts,
inlaid and everything.
But whose tools are they putting in there? Right.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not gonna make any claims on that.
Yeah. That said, it's not at all unrealistic for Tecton to be there and to have a similar role, and for Blaine.
Well, and they serve a different market. Tecton's
Yeah.
very focused on like the access tools with the angle head wrenches and the service wrenches and the Crowfoot and flare nut
Right.
Crowfoot. They're very
Equipment servicing, not
Yeah.
just automotive.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah,
or
they're
any
very
other kind
big
of
on
tool.
like the heavy equipment stuff, the hydraulic
yeah.
fittings
When
and all that.
I went on my ride along with Blaine that
Yeah.
one day, we went. I think probably about 30% of the shops we went to were heavy equipment or
Right.
or something along those lines.
Right.
So and those guys spend money. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Well, because they have to have the big stuff and the little stuff. Because in the cab, it's all
Right.
1/4-inch drive, little stuff, and
Yeah.
then out on the equipment, it's like, oh, I'm running
3/4 inch drive, 1 inch drive.
yeah,
Big
huge
stuff.
stuff. So those guys have to have all
One of
of
the
them.
that was when they were pre-running the Milwaukee stuff, and one guy came up and bought all of it. There were maybe 5 or 6 products on the truck, and he bought one of each
That's awesome.
right off the bat. And I was like, "Wow, holy cow!" These,
Yep.
I mean, you don't even need that. Like,
Right.
where are you getting this? And those heavy equipment guys are different.
Yeah.
They gotta be different.
It's true. It's a different breed. I mean,
Yeah.
you're running like most of the stuff that we do here. You can lift it or have something small to pick
Yeah.
up. Like you can pick up an
Yeah.
engine with a little tiny cherry picker
Right,
that we
they
pump
need
up
a-
by hand.
They
It-
need the
these giant monster.
chain fall.
Yeah.
If they're even gonna bother doing that, they
Right.
probably try to avoid that as much
Right.
as possible for stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a world that I
That
know
one.
anything about.
Yeah.
We toy in it with stuff with like the 299 Like I did the hydraulic like cooling fan and stuff on that, but
Yeah.
that's not heavy equipment. I mean, it's a heavy piece of equipment, but it's not like the big loaders and graders and stuff guys
Yeah.
are working on.
Right. Like what Ted had out.
Yeah.
But he couldn't even do the full service.
Right.
He's just like, I'll pull these cylinders.
Right.
That's as far as I can get with this.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got the TH400. We need a manual valve body for it, so we can just go straight into overdrive. I think we start in second, go into overdrive. I don't know. We'll have to ask the guys that are there. They'll tell us. We just show up with the truck not knowing how to drive it.
All right, so you need to teach me how to do this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll do a couple test spins
100%.
out on the pad. It would be kind
100%.
of
The hard part's going to
irresponsible
be
not to.
the weather, you know.
Yeah.
Like I anticipate doing like a stationary burnout or 2 or 3 or 5, whatever it takes to get to the point where we can damn near just mat the thing and not overheat it, just sitting still. Like just
Well, you're gonna have to do some tuning pulls too.
Yeah. And so that'll take some time.
Right.
And I'll just do something stationary before I have to figure out how to
Cheap
drive it.
tires.
Yeah, I mean, 50, 60 bucks. Tire Streets has got them cheap. I mean, those snow tires are only 60 bucks a piece. If we buy in bulk, they get even cheaper. Sam Woolworth is a kid that used to work with us, and he does drifting stuff, and he gets them pretty cheap because he buys like a set, like 10 at a time.
Right.
I'll probably do something very similar.
Swings through 'em. Yeah.
Run
It's
80
another thing
PSI
we
in
need to
them.
take is sets of wheels on tires ready to
Pre-mounted.
get bolted on.
Yeah.
Which we can do here.
Yeah.
No problem.
It was all a part of the vision.
They need to get balanced.
You know.
They'll self-balance as they
Yeah,
burn
yeah,
the
yeah.
rubber off.
Yeah,
Something
the
like
rubber will burn off at a different rate
Right.
because it's
Because that's how
the
that
heavy
works.
side. Yeah.
Yep. Flatten it
It's
out.
all a part of the vision. I mean, gonna build cool cars, gotta have a shop to do it, and hopefully the shop makes enough money to pay for the stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing happens. I've never noticed that until now. The tread pattern's not symmetrical. It's probably part of why they're so smooth.
All I know is you gotta do 2 of them one way and 2 of them the other way.
Yeah.
Because they're directional, and then you got to pay attention to which side
Yeah,
you
which
put
side
the
you
wheels
put
on.
it on.
First time you screw that up, you'll be like,
Dang it. I knew that.
never doing that again.
Yep. So are you planning to come out here tomorrow with your stuff for this then? Your clip thing? It just dawned on me. You're not supposed to be here tomorrow. But you said,
I mean,
I've got
I'm
this
sure it's
tool.
possible to unplug it without that tool. I was just saying, like, I have a tool that would make this,
Yeah.
but I wasn't planning on it.
I'll either mess with it or borrow that from you.
Yeah.
One of the two.
You might be able to get on. I couldn't get my thumb around it without pushing the clip back down.
Yeah.
And then we're setting this up, so I was like, oh, I guess
Yeah.
I'm doing something else. But
Yeah.
there's that should have that AFM trucks have that screen in it. And that's the only reason maybe that's why the oil pressure is like sitting low, and when it gets real, that wouldn't make sense when it gets thin because it heats up. It should.
Unless it's so dirty it's pushing crap into the screen and it settles out. But that seems unlikely to me because then it would just be smoking the cam.
Right.
That's at the back side of the cam too, right? So
Yeah.
that would be cooking the thing.
Right.
If you had particulate pushing through, it'd smoke the cam. The only thing I could think is that the filter's getting clogged up because he's on this kick about, I never have to do an oil change with my fancy oil.
Is he doing it on that truck too?
I think everything he owns.
Oh God, it's gonna need lifters, dude.
Yeah, you know. I tried to explain that it's not about the oil lubricity. Sure, this fancy oil is incredible, and it's the most lubricative thing that's ever existed.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Still, have a problem with soot buildup in the oil.
Engines run.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter how it starts.
Right.
The additives can only do so much.
Yeah.
Over the course of time.
Yeah, and then soot is like little knives floating around in there, so doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
He's a
Curious to
silly
see what the oil looks like.
It's jet black.
That's how it was on the Nissan.
Oh, yeah.
Your grandma's Nissan, jet
Yeah.
black.
Well, and I'm like, this is just gonna affect all the timing chain guides and stuff in that car, like all this heavy soot in the oil. That's just gonna wear the guides out.
And the
hurt the
camshaft
phasers and
actuator and
stuff, yeah.
phasers and
Plus, the engine's not going to
solenoids.
be why that thing doesn't go 500,000 miles. It's going to be the transmission or a
Yeah.
computer or something. It's not going to be the engine.
I don't think it's gonna go 200,000 miles.
Well, you know,
Not at getting an oil change every 25.
yeah, if it's lucky. He sent it in to Blackstone to
Oh,
have the
how
oil
many
analysis.
lies? There's no metals. That's what he was on.
Yeah,
the
I
There's no
guarantee
metals
you
in
there
it.
will be no metals. There's
Grandpa,
12.
new oil ships with zinc.
Yeah, there was 12 metals in it.
12 different metals.
Yeah.
Depending whatever part per
Yeah.
million they were.
I bet him $100 cash. He has yet to pay me.
He said, Grandma, there's zinc in here.
I said, I will guarantee you that there's metal in it. It's not possible. It's polar molecules. I'm, okay, well, polar means that they're charged positive or negative,
Right.
which means that they're gonna bond to stuff. Most likely, it's some kind of magnetic charge in the oil, which is gonna die when it gets hot. But whatever, and it's gonna like really stick to like the micro cracks in the metal and stuff from castings and whatever else. Sure, that's gonna be good. It's still not going to change the fact that there's going to be metal in there because the piston rings are required to scrape the cylinder wall or it has no compression.
Right.
There's just no way around it.
Yeah. They oil the cylinder walls, but
Yeah.
not to stop them from doing their job.
Yeah. Like, and to be fair, I guess the piston rings, if you're running synthetic oil on a unbroken engine, it won't break in well because
Yeah.
it's so lubricative. But that
Right.
still being
That's why you're
said,
supposed to break
in on
in
like
a new piston
like
rings in
SAE
with
oil,
SAE oil.
Right.
Exactly.
non-full synthetic.
Right.
And like, while it's fair to say, you know, the oil's so good, it's virtually not touching. Yeah, that's true. We see engines with crosshatch with 150,000 miles, but it still touches.
Well, the reality
Like, it
is
still
the
touches.
crosshatch you're seeing too is it's like a valley,
Right.
and you're cutting off the cap of it, but
right.
the crosshatch is still
Still
there. You're
touching.
still scraping it
Yeah,
off.
it's still touching. And sometimes pistons will have like the holes around the border to push gases in to push the ring out so it gets even better seal. I'm like, they're literally like
Trying to press.
shoving the ring
the
into
ring.
the cylinder wall. I'm like, it's going to touch. Like, there's just no way around it. You know, some of the rings are shaped that way so it cups the gas in.
If they didn't, it would burn oil. It
Bad.
would burn oil all the time. You'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, this thing needs an engine.
Right. Anyways, trying to convince old dogs that new tricks aren't real is hard.
Or even the old tricks are.
Yeah, it's goofy. But I mean, whatever. This engine is not the reason this truck isn't going to make it to next
no.
year. It's the frame that you can
frame.
put your fist through.
This
So-
engine's great.
Oh, I'd love
Those
to
are
take
great
this
motors.
engine. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Is it a 6-liter?
5.3.
5.3? Yeah, that's what I thought.
The 6R110. Is that the right? 6R180. What is the
It would be the 6L80.
6L80? I get my letters mixed up.
Chevy does T and L.
Yeah.
L for longitudinal, T for transverse.
Oh, I see.
So
6L180.
yeah.
6L80.
6L80.
I'm getting the Ford 5R110.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. So yeah, 5.3 with some cam and nitrous
Lifters.
and cam and nitrous and whatever. That'll
Need
make a
lifters.
big burnout truck.
Because
He was talking, that guy that Aussie was talking about how in the Gen 4 lifters you can take the guts apart and flip some pieces around and lock them out.
probably.
So you don't even have to buy aftermarket
I
lifters.
mean, you don't even have to buy aftermarket. You could buy factory. You could buy
Yeah.
8 or how many.
He took the lifters out of that thing, did that, put them back in. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe you have to put some pieces and parts in there. But he said you don't even have to. So you just flip some pieces and go from there.
You could flip them around and stuff, but those have 8 AFM lifters and 8 regular lifters. You can just get 8 more
regular lifters.
and just drop them in.
That makes sense. But
Super
not
easy.
expensive at all.
No, the regular ones especially.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. And those are roller lifters too.
Yeah.
Which should be good.
yeah, you have no problem.
Then you got the trunnion upgrade, valve springs, cam. There you go. Some
Heads
oil
flow
pump
great.
shimming if you want.
Heads feel great. You
Yep.
need if you're
Oil
doing an
cooler.
Aces, that's a TBI style, right?
They have multiple options. They have the throttle body style with the big intake with the runners, and then they've got that's for the fuel injection. They've got the TBI injection I think they have a computer to manage factory injection.
So okay,
I think. I could
because
be
those
wrong.
factory injectors, you could put the, you could probably put the factory E85 injectors in there, or
Mhm.
the factory flex fuel injectors in there,
Yeah, for cheap.
and yeah, and and then the ACES computer to control it and not have to touch the fuel system.
Right.
I mean, you'd need probably.
I found a one in Muskegon for $400, and it's out of a Suburban, a
What, a
2015,
6 liter?
2015 Suburban,
Would
5.3,
a 5.3 out of a what?
2015 Suburban.
It's an LT.
Yeah, I think it was the last of the LS.
Last of
Is what I mean. I saw the picture and it was
I
not
guess
direct injection.
I'd have to see the body style to know right off. I can't remember what the 15s. It's one of those like crossover years, and it depended on if it was a, it depended on if it was a 2500 or a
Yeah.
1500.
Right.
Was it 2500?
I don't know. I'll find it in a marketplace. I messaged the guy. I don't think he responded. There you go.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it is an LS.
Yep.
I just the 15. I don't
think
know
it was
why.
like the last year, one of the last ones. Because
Probably.
when I looked it up, it was like LS was like early 2000s to like 2014. And I'm like, well, if it's a 15, it's like one of the last ones that ever went in. Which is how I knew it'd be a Gen 4. Because I don't remember where the years cross over.
Yeah, you can get these 5.3s for so cheap.
Yeah.
You could probably find one with a trans on it, bolted to it.
Not on
that you'd want
Marketplace.
it.
I've been trying to find them. I can't find those on Marketplace.
Find a motor
For
and
that
trans?
cheap. Because guys
Not
are
for
selling
this,
them
but
for
for like
swaps.
$600-700.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely find one.
But I got that TH400 that I want to run anyways.
Right, and it'll do
And-
better than 6L80 that came on them.
Yeah.
Those.
And way cheaper to build.
Oh yeah. And that you don't need more than 2 gears.
Yeah.
Shoot, second, third. That
Yep.
third gear's direct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pre
1-to-1. Yeah. Indirect, I think 5,500 RPM with a 3.7 rear end. I want to say is like 105 mile an hour wheel speed.
So we're looking for like 130, something like that.
That's I think what the blower cars are running. The Aussies with the big alcohol blower cars.
'Cause they're
I don't
spinning
think we have
faster,
enough
aren't they?
horsepower to spin that.
No.
No. Unless we put a smaller tire or something, but then
Yeah.
it's going to burn
Then
down
it
so
doesn't matter
fast.
because it's a smaller tire.
Right. It's just going to burn down so fast. I don't.
Well, and
That's
a
gonna be
smaller
another thing,
tire
is what
means
tire
that
you'll
spinning
need.
faster is effectively the same as a bigger tire spinning a little slower.
I don't know if grip works like that.
Well, not grip, but wheel speed. Like,
Well, because the horsepower is the issue.
oh yeah, nah. I'm thinking of like total like tire turn.
Oh, yeah, like smoke.
Yeah.
Surface area for smoke.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to find out really quick. Bigger tire, smaller tire,
Right.
like
That doesn't work.
more weight in the rear end, you know? Like if it's too light. The guy with that orange Dodge that did the burnout for like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That was what sucked.
It was terrible.
Legendary, yeah, but like in the stands, I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
Bored.
da,
Quiet.
da, 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 da,
That was the
da.
guy with the carburetor
No smoke.
that didn't know he was over carbed. He had like
Yeah,
a
he had-
750.
Yeah, he
double
built a 4.8 and then put a 750 on it.
pump. Yeah.
And then, yeah, that setup was a mess. But I think he said he returned the car back to stock. Like because he was talking to Bailey, and because he had like changed up the jets and everything. His problem was he didn't have an O2 sensor on anything.
Right.
He had no idea
had
where
no
it was
clue.
with fuel.
Smell
So
the exhaust and go, yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
so we were sitting there trying to like diag because we just got in the Buick put together, and we figured out I had way too much fuel. So I pulled the secondary pumpers off of it.
Yeah.
That was a little bit better, but
Right. Because it was when
wasn't
it hit
good
that pump
killed
was
it
just
instantly. Instantly killed it.
on its face.
Yeah. But we have no wideband, so I didn't want to like lean it out
Too
and blow
much.
it up.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of why we walked. It said, best of luck, man. Can't tune blind. I won't tune blind on a carburetor. I'll tune blind on EFI because I can feel the differences and I can see kind of what I'm doing. But the issue with the carbs, as the throttle plate moves, you've got your little idle circuit, and then there's a little like booster circuit in there, and there's just like as
Oh.
it changes, you hit different circuits at different like
Yeah.
vacuum points.
Yeah.
and you can't see those, so you don't know what you're affecting or what you need to affect. At least with EFI, I can tell you that
can
at
tell rich or lean. You
2,000,
can't tell where and when.
yeah, at least with EFI, I can tell you 3,000 RPM, mat it, bogs. Okay, give it a little bit of fuel, mat it, bogs, worse.
Yeah.
Pull a little fuel, and I can pull it right there.
Just a little too.
Yeah,
like,
just right there.
and it takes you.
Yeah, right.
Instead of
s-
pulling the top
yeah.
hat back off and rejetting or reneedling.
So like I was able to get that B18 Civic to run without an O2 sensor. Just like it took like 3 hours. It sucked, but it ran and I drove it. And then when I got the O2 sensor, we dialed it in. And then I got the burbles with the flame and all that.
Crack and bang too.
Yup. And then I got 14 miles to the gallon, so I immediately deleted that.
Yeah, you're like, holy cow.
Wow, turns out 300% fuel in minus 40 degrees timing. All of a sudden, it's just burning fuel.
Surprise! The pops and bangs are in the exhaust. That's where all your fuel economy is going.
Yeah, turns out you have to.
Tailpipe.
Fuel makes fire. Who'd have thought? It was cool while it lasted for 1 week.
Probably would have blown it up.
I was too poor for that. Nah, that B18's faithful. It'll take it.
Well, yeah, and you're just lighting fire in the
Yeah.
exhaust. Ain't gonna kill nothing.
Yeah. It's crazy though, like the cost is the same. It's $1,000 for a B18 motor, a long block for a stock motor.
Yeah.
Some of these LSs are cheaper, but we're talking like loaded with injectors and intake and everything. It's that for one of these LSs, like out of the car.
So many of them.
Right.
So
It's just weird that you get like twice as much for the same
literally
price.
double the cylinders.
Yeah. Everything.
More than double the displacement.
Everything. Yeah. It's just goofy.
I don't know what's so desirable about those like four bangers when they're so expensive. Like when you can get an LS, you can cram an LS in pretty much anything if you're
You're determined enough.
right. Why wouldn't you put an LS in it?
I think that's why they're so popular. But there's a certain group that just likes they just like the fact that it's smaller. It's just like it's the underdog thing.
Well,
You're
like cramming 45
Right.
pounds of boost through it too.
Right. Talking with Kyle, and he was saying something about that. Like, was it 2 years ago at Indy? We were talking. I want to say the MR2 had blown up, and he was like handing out parts into the crowd, and or maybe that was 3 years ago now because Wyatt was still there. And I wasn't there 2 years ago because I was graduating. Or no, that was last year. I don't know. An amount of time ago, I was talking with Kyle at Cletus and Cars Indy, and he was saying like how it does kind of suck that with a 4-cylinder, you've got to try twice as hard to make the same power. And then just blow up after a couple passes.
Right.
And that's no fun when these big block guys can run all year, it seems like, and make way more power. But the weight is there. So you strain the motor twice as hard, but there's hardly any weight.
A third as much.
Yeah. And that's a whole thing because the 4-cylinder guys have got front wheel drive or it's like the MR2s.
Right.
And I'm like, put one of those in like a tube chassis. And I guess Brent has done that with his S2000. And I think that car's super fast. But I'm surprised I don't see more of that, like Pro Mod style with a 4-cylinder up front. But maybe because at that point, the amount of horsepower it takes to achieve the speed is higher than a 4-cylinder can presently make. Because I want to say they're cranking like 2,000 out of those little 4-cylinders. They don't hold together very long. I mean, it's 500 horsepower a sleeve. Like, that's a lot. But you can make 2,000 horsepower on a home-built big block all season long.
Yeah.
So, comparatively, I mean, it's a pretty baller home-built big block. But
yeah, I mean,
you had to take it to the machine shop
where you
still.
live, I guess.
Yeah, you had to take it to the machine shop still and have a bunch of work done. But like, you could have bolted one together.
Yeah.
The 2,000 horsepower 4-cylinders guys are not. I don't think, to my knowledge, guys aren't doing that at home.
No.
I would be surprised.
Doubtful.
It's like a 4,000 horsepower big block. That's billet block stuff, which I guess they are doing billet blocks in the K series and the B series. it's a world that I vaguely miss, like rarely miss. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, that was so cool, and then I'm like, yeah, not really. Like, I go back and forth.
I mean, I never dropped a different motor in mine or
Yeah,
did any kind of mod. But I mean, I like driving them
yeah, it's fun.
sometimes
Yeah,
for a shorter amount of time.
right.
They're good. I don't know. I feel like an old man now. I'm like I'm pushing my truck in to drive 100,000 miles on my minty cat eye. She just goes.
Yeah,
It's quiet, totally factory. Everyone's like, when are you gonna put a cam in that? I'm like,
I'm not. Probably when I
never.
smoke a deer and it doesn't get fixed, then I'll talk about a cam.
I'll get it fixed. It's got full coverage. It's getting fixed.
When insurance says it's totaled, you're done.
I can working at the dealership.
Yeah,
I'll get those guys to say what I want.
I guess so.
Not really, but I'd be like, Austin was able to get a stupid amount of money to cover his. He rear-ended somebody,
Oh man.
and I forgot. They told him that like the trade-in price or the total price because they evaluated what was there when he had the insurance adjusters come for that, and they told him it was like $10,000 car when he bought it for $10,000 like 5 years ago.
Interesting. So that they wouldn't total it
Right.
because they evaluated it high.
Something like that. But that's the adjuster did that. Like
Insurance fraud.
not from Austin.
Right. Yeah. Well, you'll have that. It's a broken system.
Insurances.
Yeah. We just switched to Liberty Mutual, $89
Yeah, for two
with
cars.
adding the Suburban. So it's 3 cars
for
now.
3 cars for
$89 bucks. PLPD, everything. But we have roadside.
Okay.
We have underinsured or uninsured driver, like medical stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how all that works with Michigan, no fault.
$89. Dude,
$89
My insurance
with
bill.
me on it with my 17 miles an hour over ticket I got.
My insurance bill would make a white man blush, dude.
You should see about it. I mean,
That's full coverage, everything. Well, not
Yeah,
my
so-
motorcycles.
full coverage. Oh, dang it. I forgot.
Can't drop
I
full
forgot.
coverage, even if I wanted to.
The bank is just like
Yeah,
crushing.
trying.
That's crazy. Ouch.
That's why I wanted to sell the Mustang, but now it's weird because I'm like, okay,
It's winter.
it's winter or
Yeah.
close enough. It's in my garage, cleaned
Right.
and just there. Like I kind of don't want to.
Right. Mess with it.
It's not the right time to sell it anyway.
You could just list it
I
and
could.
leave it in the garage and say, I mean, my parents bought their Mustang in the middle of the winter.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, I mean, list
Right.
it for the price you want for it
And just sit on it.
or decide what's acceptable and then sit on it. Yeah. And then
Just
in
have
the
to
spring,
fix.
make a new listing for it if it doesn't sell by
Right.
then. But then if you get your full price, you can get out of the payment and get out of paying
I
insurance.
gotta take
for it.
insurance off my motorcycles.
That'll save you
So
like
those aren't going in.
$12.
35.
35.
Probably.
Yeah.
The Mustang, I could just list it and then just see what happens.
See what happens.
Just
It's not
let
going
it-
to cost
It's been
you
in my.
anything.
I'm like, hey, it's been in my garage.
Yeah.
It
It's not going to
doesn't.
cost you anything.
It just takes a little time. There's a couple things I gotta fix on like the door card issue and,
Right.
and stuff like that, but it wouldn't be a huge deal.
Right.
So I do like driving that car, but not insurance over the winter. I like driving that car.
Yeah, you're going to spend, I mean, your total insurance payment is like $500 or $700.
It's 460.
$460 a month, and the it's like what, $200 a month just for the car, isn't it?
Yeah,
On top of the payment, which is $250,
150.
$150. So it's $350 a month
Yeah,
just to park.
just
it
to have
there
a car in my
for
garage.
6 months. So you spend 4 months, 5 months. So yeah, I mean,
Make that math easy.
yeah. So that's the
It's like, it
Yeah.
just feels. It's like I feel like if I had the car outright, I wouldn't really think about selling it
well because your insurance costs go way
because I
down
could just
too.
pull the insurance off of it. In
Right.
the winter, dude, I put storage insurance on it.
Right.
No problem. Pay dirt cheap,
Right.
and then pop.
But
real
instead, it's
insurance.
money that you'll never
But
get back, and you're
instead-
not getting any value from.
Right. I'm not driving it. If I was
Yeah.
driving it in the winter, it'd be one thing.
The hard part is all you're doing is losing your margin on selling it higher than you bought it.
Right.
That
Right.
like
Every
you're just
single
burning the profit.
every single month that I
Yeah.
pay insurance on
Burning
it,
the profit off
it's
of
just
it.
coming down.
Right.
Which technically would incentivize me less to sell it almost.
Well, there's two schools of thought. Sell it as fast as possible so you can maintain your profit.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, you have to keep it until it's fully paid for and then enjoy it for a length of time that was worth the loss.
Yeah.
The worst thing to do is sit in the middle of that.
Right.
Where you take the loss and don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, it's goofy. It's an unfortunate spot. Is what it is.
It's a fun car.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Sounds like a V8, man.
No.
Got that Borla exhaust.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. Who's the guy who was selling it said that?
The guy who was selling it.
Sounds like the V8.
Sounds like a V8. And I started, I was like,
It's got this weird V6 rhythm, man.
yeah,
I don't know what
it
you're talking
really
about.
sounds like it has 6 cylinders, though.
Yeah. Not hearing 8.
Yeah.
Pretty goofy.
It's a manual, at least.
That helps.
If it was an
That's the only
automatic, it would
reason.
be like,
Yeah.
okay, this is the same as a friggin' Chevy Impala, a 2009 Chevy Impala.
Yeah.
It's a V6.
A V6 auto.
automatic, Who cares? But it's a manual.
It works out.
It's a little fun. It gets like 22 miles an hour.
It's pretty good.
Depends on how I drive it.
You know. Always.
It needs tires.
Well, I was going to say we have machines. We have
Well,
access
I
to
have-
machines anyways.
Yeah.
Tire Streets has got good stuff.
Tire Streets.
Cheap stuff.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. It's where I
So-
buy those snow tires.
Is that just a website?
Yeah. They're a sponsor of like Adam LZ and a couple
Okay.
other places. And I like the.
Wow, that is cheap.
Yeah.
Could put a holy smokes.
They do a lot of like sport tires.
Yeah, man. I could put the size of the Mustang tire is really goofy.
Like a 245 40 or something like that.
I don't remember.
245,
But it was like
45.
me and Austin looked it up and couldn't really find anything.
You have to find something
It was like
close.
one option.
Yeah. Find something close that's generic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I don't want any more sidewall because then it looks more like a monster truck. But I don't want any less sidewall because then it looks like the wheels don't fill up the fenders at all. So it's like I'll have to pick one or the other unless I can find the right size. But the tires on right now are so chopped the whole time you drive.
Yeah, that's super annoying. Well, we should go try to figure out what size rotors that truck has so I can order parts. And
That
call
would
it
be
a night.
cool.
Because it's after 8 o'clock.
Dennis Cicero did not text me back
About.
which option he wanted to choose. Because I gave him, he said, give me a quote for the front brakes, the rear brakes, a quote for the rear brakes, and a quote for just to delete the parking brake. Because I explained to him why deleting the parking brake would make sense. He said he hasn't used it in the last 80,000 miles he's had the truck.
Delete it.
I said, so something happened, it got triggered into the wrong spot,
Could have just rusted and fallen apart.
something.
It's been a Michigan
Right.
truck for a long
Something
time.
happened. And I was like, and you've never used it, right? Yeah. It's a automatic, right? Yeah. Park.
Remove it.
You don't need it. So he was like, well, I've never done the brakes on it. He said they're about 50%. Does he know what 50% pad life looks like? I don't know, but
If your rotors are cooked because you don't put that many miles on it, it
said
doesn't
that
matter what the
because
pads are at.
he said his rotors blued from the parking brake being activated or being drugged for X amount.
Might not even be the parking brake. Might just be bad brake hoses.
And I told him, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
Is
That's all
what
you
I
can
tried to
do.
tell him. But he's like, give me a quote, like price it out. So once I find out, he'll know what prices they are. So once we find out what it actually needs, he'll be expecting the numbers.
If it doesn't need a caliper hose.
Yeah, but I don't know. Hopefully he'll have the wherewithal to understand that. I didn't look at it yet.
Yeah.
He said parking brake was dragging. I said, okay, well we can do this about the parking brake.
Yeah. Remove it along with your new brake
Yeah,
stuff.
so he wanted a quote for the front, rear, the rear, and the parking brake delete. So I gave him 3 numbers.
That's
It
a
was
lot of work.
$150 just to.
That's a lot of work.
I put $150 just to remove the parking brake, which is
Yeah, delete
pop
it.
her back on.
Well, that's for paying for your time for having to spend
Yeah.
an hour talking to him to get a number out
Yeah.
for something we haven't even looked at.
Yeah, and I figure we'll probably look the rest of the truck over pretty
Yeah.
decently thoroughly anyway. So
Not upsell anything, but
Yeah.
be honest about what's wrong.
yeah, hey, that's broke. Right?
Yeah.
And
It is
then-
ball joints loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
And
like
then I think it was
not like bell tire.
It was like
in town.
400 flat for rear brakes, and the
Our light
lights did. And it was like 760 for 4 corners.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's still a good price. I charged my in-laws $600 for a 4-corner plus a caliper and a hose.
Yeah. So that's like
Hose.
a cheap 4-corner brake job and pretending that you never did a caliper or a hose.
Pretty much. I mean, it was wildly cheap actually because those parts
Oh,
were
yeah.
not that cheap.
Mhm.
That yeah,
Ford brakes, man.
those Ford brakes were spendy. I was surprised. Like the pads were like
You did the
60
higher tier stuff, or you did
always.
Yeah,
I
that's what
never
I did.
do the cheap
the,
pads.
The bed-in material on the pad,
Yeah,
the American-made rotors
yeah.
with the coating, dude,
Yeah.
and they're so nice.
yeah,
I wish I would have done that in my truck. I had work get the Napa stuff.
yeah.
I wish I would have had the good
Yeah.
stuff.
And Napa's got some great stuff, but then sometimes it's like some of that like what
Their
is it?
pads are pretty good. Their
What is
rotors are
the-
the same China rotors.
What is the name of it? It's like the. It's not Duralast. That's AutoZone. Precision? No, it's Brake Best Pro Select.
That's O'Reilly.
That's the stuff we like.
Yeah.
What was weird is when I was backing out, the brakes were like, brrrr, like
'Cause they were
chattering so
Sticking
bad
really bad.
in
yeah.
reverse only.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And when I went down the road, I started like bedding them in a little bit, and they smoothed right out.
Yeah.
But then when I went to stop, it was like, ugh. I'm like, oh boy. I get back and this driver's rear rotor's blue, and I'm like, oh boy. Dang it. I was so mad. I don't typically get angry.
You cleaned off the oils too, right? On that one after you put the rotor on. I saw in the video you
Maybe, yeah.
sprayed it off.
After, yeah, I don't know.
So, like, what does that smell? You're like, oh, I didn't spray any of the oil off. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't even break it hard. I was like,
Yeah, but there's oil on it.
I was
Is
like,
what
then
it is.
why, how? I was like, it's
Yeah.
gotta be because it smells like you got brakes really stupid hot.
Sometimes I do and don't. I don't know. It'll burn off. It's fine.
I have come to the practice of cleaning the brakes very, like, I spray the brake
Yeah.
of the rotor off pretty well.
Yeah.
And then I just go out into the parking lot and hit like 30 and just like lead into the brakes a little bit.
Right.
And then do it a couple more times. I don't get the brakes hot
Right.
right off the rip because they squeak in my
Yeah.
experience.
If you glaze them.
You'll glaze them off the
Yeah.
bat. So
Yeah, I normally do a couple pumps and then like a 60-mile-an-hour run, and then not
Not
like
like
a
a
hard
panic stop, though.
No,
Yeah.
no, not. I don't really do those because I don't want to be.
I
hard on the
remember
car.
when I was like not 14.
Lock
I was
the
like
brakes up
I was
8
like
times.
16, and I did
Warps
brakes
'em.
on my sister's car. I did rear brakes for the first. It was like one of the first sets of brakes I ever did. And I thought, okay, so, transfer of weight transfer. It's gonna come to the back, so there'll be more brake in the rear. And I thought, okay, so I'll do reverse pulls
There you
and
go.
hit the brake so I can shift weight to the back.
There you go.
And I did like the fastest, hardest reverse pulls I possibly could and hit
Yeah.
the brakes as hard as I could. I did forward, I did back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. And I was like, I think I got them bed in.
Got them
It
bad.
smells like they're on fire.
Yeah.
I smoked her brakes, dude,
Yeah.
so bad. Surprised they lasted that long. I just redid them.
That's wild.
So they lasted like 6 years
With her.
with her driving.
Hard braking and impulse
Panic
braking.
stopping.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's time to call it here. I think we've done well. It's going to work just fine.
Mhm.
I can't wait to like sync this and listen to it
Yeah.
and then go from there. And I'll put it on in the background while I do something else and edit some of the things out.
You're right. Colorful
Do our
people.
best. Colorful people. Well, you didn't say colorful people.
I said colorful people.
I think you said something like the people there are colorful.
No.
But it was
something
right
like
after
that,
we
but
just
I
talked
didn't say
about like
colored.
it was right after we talked about like my grandpa growing up
Yeah.
in like the 50s. You're like, oh, with the colorful people. And it's like
No, well,
oh,
you said
yeah.
he was born in the 40s in
Yeah.
Chicago or something. Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And southern Chicago, and he was racist,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, there are a lot of colorful people there.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.